So, the Middle Eastern hour is now over, and I have some very sexy Russian import for you. And she has a message for you. Don't Facebook that other Middle Eastern guy. Facebook her.
Yeah.
Give it up for the lovely Sofiya Alexandra.
Give it up for Joel who put this whole night together. So I have a lot of people in the audience tonight, and I'm really excited. And my mother is here. Is here, and it's a big deal because she's not a very supportive lady. Because she's not that she's a bad person. She's just like really icy because she's a Russian. You know? She doesn't play that. You know, she doesn't play like supporting your child. Like if you come over to to her house, you would be really hard pressed to find any like baby clothes or like baby drawings or pictures of me. You know who she does have dozens of pictures of is Andre Agassi. So it's pretty clear where her priorities lie. So basically, she doesn't need constant reminders of her only child, but she would like to constantly look at pictures of a two-paid sportsman from the 90s. So, you know, and sometimes when I feel really hurt by that, I go out and I go for a drive, you know, just to calm down, just to get my head straight. And yesterday I was driving, and I saw the sign, and it said, Ambassador Cat and Dog Hospital. And immediately in my head I was like picturing what was going on there, and I was like, there's all these tiny furry diplomats coming in to get their procedures done. You know? There's like a fat Siamese cat, Boutros mittens. There's like an old kind chocolate cocker spaniel, Cookie Anon. And of course, the wisest tabby of them all, Catalan Albright. And, you know, and sometimes, another thing I like to do de-stress is like, I like to play video games, but I only like old school stuff because I'm not really that like coordinated. I only play like Pac-Man and Duck Hunt. Do you guys know Duck Hunt? How awesome is Duck Hunt, right? Duck Hunt fucking rules. So I'll sit down and play Duck Hunt, and I'll be like, alright, this is awesome. Like, it's me and the Duck Hunt dog, you know, out in the wilderness, for a team, you know, we shoot some ducks. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm really into it, and then I miss a shot, and then the fucking dog comes out from behind the reeds. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Fucking dog. You know? I thought we were fucking team. Ducks, you know? And all of a sudden, I'm alone. You're coming out laughing at me? That's fucked up. And the cherry on the top of that insult is the dog will fucking put the paws over his mouth. I'm like, oh, are you embarrassed? You're such a fucking asshole. You know? Are you like really sorry? Is that what's happening? You're sorry? Well, you know what? If I'm not shooting any fucking ducks out here, guess who's going hungry tonight? I think it's you. And also, I would not joke with someone holding a firearm. I think that is not smart. And while we're on the subject of dogs, there are two segments of our population that I think need to be held more accountable for their actions. One is dogs, and the other one is babies. Because I cannot count the number of times that I've been sexually assaulted by babies. Just because I'm fucking holding you does not mean you can touch my tits. I am not your mother. And that I think is unacceptable. And with dogs, you know, the only point at which dog owners fucking control their animals is if the dog is mauling me to death. Everything short of that is like totally cool. A dog can be like, you know, casing my crotch for like an hour, and the only thing the dog owner will say is like, oh my god, Boxer really likes you. He really likes you. Yeah, lady, I know he fucking likes me. He's been eating my vagina. And you know what really hurts about that is that he didn't even sniff my ass. Another thing that gets me kind of like bothered is like, I have like pet peeves about clothing, you know? Like clothing. Like, one thing is today I went out for brunch, you know? And a girl was serving me. She's like 16 years old. She's wearing a torn shirt. I can see like half her side boob over here, her entire belly with like a belly chain and a ring, and like her whole bra back here, and she's underage. So I'm trying to eat my fruit salad, but I feel feel like a sexual predator. You know, I'm like, I can't help it. I'm looking at what you're showing me, and it makes me feel weird, you know? I don't care for that. I think the only two acceptable situations for you to be underage and wearing a torn shirt is if you're like a street urchin, you know, like Dickensian England, or you're a fucking underage whore. And I respect that. But that's the only two. Okay? Another clothing pet peeve is push-up bras. Okay? Push-up bras. Push-up bras are there to like draw more attention to the boobs. And I don't really feel like that is a neglected part of the body. Pretty much the boobs, I would say, are like the headliners. You know? There's no ignoring them. They're like fucking center stage. I'm never talking to someone and I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm down here. I'm down here. I don't know what you're looking at, but I'm down here. That never happens. You know, there's been a similar article of clothing for men, you know, like a specially constructed pair of underwear that pushes your balls all the way up and over your waistband to where there's like a sexy little mound peeking over, give you a little tasty taste of what you can have. That does not exist. So I think that we should take note of that, you know. Another thing is I like to go to the library taking out library books, and the first thing I look for when I get a library book is food stains. And I cross my fingers, I'm like, I hope there's ketchup and mustard stains in this. Because the way I figure it is, there's food stains in this book that the person probably was eating while they were reading, and that means they were not picking their nose. And that is key to me. And another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that I have to check my nose.
Jacob.
Oh God, I can't believe I forgot this joke. This joke is amazing. And I'm not even playing it up
Hey,
at
you're
all.
doing good. You're doing good.
Thanks, you're so sweet. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you. So, okay, dogs and babies are not pure, as I've already established earlier. But you know who is incredibly pure is Canadians. Okay? So let me run this by you. This is a phrase you never hear. Canadian criminal. Never comes up. Never comes up. You know, Canadians are pure as the driven snow. Like, think about this, the Canadian flag. Most countries' flags have like badass, scary shit on it, like a lion, you know, or like a dragon, or a bear, like California bear. What do Canadians have on their flag? A leaf. A leaf from a tree that makes delicious syrup. And, you know, and that's not even actually as pure as Canadians are. What they really should replace the maple leaf with is an intact hymen. And, you know, the way I imagine Canada is like every time a rape occurs in Canada, a woman finds a freshly washed load of laundry. Just as a thank you. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to leave you with is just something to ponder, you know, is that I'm thinking of like products that would be great, and you know, Tide is really like a big name, and like all I think about Tide is, wouldn't it be great if instead of just washing the stains out of your underwear, it also washed out the shame? I'm Sofiya Alexandra.